Dwyane, could you tell right away you were going to be in that kind of good tonight?
Yes.
What was it about your game tonight that made you feel that way in terms of how you were shooting and how it was going for you?
No, it's more so just about the mentality. I just came in with an aggressive approach. The minutes I was going to play, whatever I was going to do, I was just going to do it aggressively. And once the ball start falling for you, then it just goes from there. But I definitely came in with that mentality just to be aggressive tonight. And as Winslow told me after the game the other night, he told me empty the clip. So I ain't empty it, but I definitely came in with that mindset.
Dwyane, what is it about these games and these moments that where you just show up?
Well, I'm looking at. I'm sorry.
I'm right here. I'm right in front of you.
Oh.
What is it about these moments that where you just show up and when the lights are shining bright, you just show up like that?
I wish I knew. Then I'll make sure that it's always on. It's just it's just in my DNA. I love the stage. As I said multiple times, I play this game for these moments. And last night, sitting in your room, trying to think about what you can do, what you can bring, to this group. Those are times that players that is not playing this game no more. Those are moments that they miss. And then to come out and respond. So it's definitely, a gene thing with me. I love it. And to be able to you're not always going to be able to do it. But for the most part, to be able to come through for your team when they need you to, that feels good. The reason I was brought here is for a game like this, when they cut it to 2, to come back in the game and settle everything. And, so I'm glad I could do that.
Dwyane, over here, Brett Brown said, speaking of that moment, Brett Brown said, despite all the points, he said the defining moment of the game was the steal when they cut it to 2. Just go through that. Do you agree with him and go through that?
Yeah, so I watched that play go down early in the game when I was on the bench and when I was in the game. So I told myself, if they do that play later, I'm going to steal it because I can see the pressure we was putting on the elbow guy and where the pass needed to go. So it gave me a little time to sneak behind. So I definitely took a chance, but I thought it was a good gamble. But it definitely gave us a little bit more confidence. After they had the momentum, they cut it to 2, and we was able to get that in and then get another stop and score again.
Dwyane over here. Obviously, you had a phenomenal game, but I thought Justice defensively, the job that he did on Ben, and just the aggressiveness from the get-go that you guys took.
Yep. That's what we talked about as a team. We felt, after watching the film, we felt game 1, we played game 1 like a regular season game. And tonight was a playoff game. And Justice led the way, with his aggressiveness when he came off the bench, really getting, into the ball, getting some fouls, getting bloody, whatever the case may be. It's the playoffs. And, you look on the stat sheet and you see him say 1 for 5, but his impact was way bigger than that. He's a big reason why I'm sitting up here doing this with a smile on my face because of, his defensive mentality, and it kind of went over to other guys. So that's what he does. He's a guy that do multiple things for our team, and to make an impact on the game without scoring a lot, scoring 2 points. That's why, he's drafted at where he's drafted at, because they seen something in him that a lot of people probably didn't.
Dwyane, how much you miss those moments personally, that when you put the thing in your bag?
In your bag. I definitely, it's a great feeling, when you go into that bag, especially when you're on the road, when you got people like Kevin Hart talking on the sideline, when you got the crowd, going through and saying all the things they're saying. I heard a lot of things tonight, and it's all just used as motivation. And to be able to hush a whole crowd, that's a great feeling. That's a feeling that I hope my son feels one day. It's an amazing feeling.
Dwyane, can you talk about being in this league for so long and having success and longevity and playing against a young talent like Ben Simmons, who told me before that you're a person that he looked up to and collected all his sneakers, and in the sense of just playing against him and matching up against him as maybe the leader of the new school?
Yeah, well, I've got a chance to know Ben since he was in high school. multiple occasions, and to see the player that he's turned into so fast, it's impressive. You know, that guy can play the game of basketball. He's on a different level. You know, when you talk about basketball players, you know, so it's definitely a challenge for our team to be able to always try to have 5 guys looking at him at all times, knowing that, you know, he has the ability to go coast to coast. He finished with either hand. He makes his teammates better. You know, he does everything to win basketball games. So, you know, he's a special talent, man, and it's good to go up against him. You know, for me in my 15th year and him in his first season, you know, I think it's a great for me to look back and one day gonna say, I played against that guy when he was young, and one day you're gonna look and say I played against that guy when he was old. So you know, it's just great, man, to see, you know, a young kid, you know, work so hard and get to where he is now and be as good as he is.
Dwyane, over here. Your coach said before the game that you gave the team a kind of a pep talk. He said it wasn't a Newt Rockne speech. What did you say to him? What was it?
I don't remember exactly what I said, but just a similar message about, as I stated first, that, you know, we played that first game like a regular season game, and that's, you know, I wanted those guys that was in that locker room last year at the end of the season that didn't make the playoffs remember how they felt, and now getting this opportunity, go out there and use that, you know, go out and use that passion, go out and use that hurt that you had last year to go out and attack this game, you know, and my message to them was about, you know, their families, you know, understanding that, you know, everybody in that huddle would do anything for their families, to protect their families. Well, we're families, we're brothers. So we got to go out there and do anything for each other and protect each other. And that's what we did.
Dwyane, you're right here. Did you read the game that they needed your scoring? I mean, you or were you just making shots? You hit your first 7 shots and you said, let's just keep going.
Well, it was kind of knowing what shots I was going to be able to get by knowing the way they defended me last game, and just coming out taking them, and then getting into a rhythm from there and not looking back. But you know, the second half, just trying to understanding that they was going to key on me a little bit, getting off the ball, making the right passes until your opportunity comes. So, you know, I've been here before many times, and I definitely came in with aggressive mindset. You know, I was going to be aggressive tonight, no matter what. You know, because I knew the way they played us last game, and you know, I felt I had some good shots, 7 shots last game. I wanted to make sure I was more aggressive than that, and then I got them to go early. So the rhythm started going, and then you out there now, and you in your comfort zone, and the crowd ain't even there. It's just you back in your backyard again. So it felt great.
Dwyane, could you talk about what was the difference in your 3-point defense, the team's 3-point defense tonight versus game 1?
Well, I mean, they shot 64% in game 1. They made some unbelievable threes. I think also we was a little late, you know, getting to that 3-point shooters. My bigs was a little far back, you know, when they was coming off. So today it was just about being a little bit up, pressuring the pass a little bit as we did, just to try to make them miss a moment and make their shots tough. I mean, this what Redick and Bellinelli and Sarge, what those guys do from the 3-point line, man, it's special. It's not many teams that can shoot the ball the way they can. So we just try to make it tough on them and hope that they miss some today. I don't know what they shot, but shooting 64% was tough to overcome no matter, you know, how well we played in the first half last game. Once they start hitting those shots, I mean, it was nothing we can do. Oh, I like that. I like that number better. It ain't gonna be like that each game, but it was a good game just to contest them and make them tough. Thank you, guys.